How are you doing today? You all good? Good. So, stuck my hand in the bag of Doctor Who's and pulled out Sylvester Mccoy. Which is strange because he's sat over there now eating Jaffa cakes. No, I'm kidding. He's not. He's eating pickled onions. Right, anyway. So, Sylvester Mccoy is today's Doctor. Started in 87 till 89 and came in at a time when the Doctor Who was suffering from problems. We'll be honest. Behind the scenes, at the BBC, generally people, it was being shuffled around in schedules and things, and generally was not as popular with the mainstream viewers as it had been. Colin Baker, bless him, I liked him, but he didn't work for, I don't think he worked for a mainstream audience. He was too aggressive, too agitated, too angry, which other doctors had been, but he seemed to alienate a lot of people. So he was basically fired. He was got rid of. He didn't get a regeneration story. So his regeneration story was basically Sylvester Mccoy in a blonde wig looking like Happo Max. How about Happo Max? He's one of the Max brothers. Yes, go Google it. Yeah. Googling it? You found it? You see, right, anyway. So, that was his regeneration. He had Mel Bush, who maybe, she was an old school companion. I think it feels like they were trying to sort of recapture some of the magic. They made him a little bit more comedic, which Sylvester Mccoy was, at the time, known for being more of a children's actor. He was in Jigsaw and various other kids' sort of TV shows, playing very odd characters. So yeah, he took over, was more light-hearted, fell over a lot, played the spoons, did dunderisms, absence makes the nose grow longer, and things like that. Yeah, and for the first, what did he do, 3 seasons. For the first season he was unfortunate that he had some ropey stories. Tam the Rani introduced him. It's a shame the Rani hasn't been reused. Paradise Towers, which was terrible, even today. I really just it would maybe work as a one episode kind of plot, but this was over a few episodes. Delta and the Bannermen wasn't too bad, and Dragonfire was great. Well, it introduced Ace, and I think Ace and the Professor was probably one of the greatest combinations, up there with the Third Doctor and Joe, and the Fourth Doctor and Sarah Jane, and it was a good combination. They worked well together. Like I say, she always called him Professor. I didn't notice, but Sophie Aldred was the voice of Dennis the Menace in the cartoon series they made a few years ago now, but I think they still show them on CBeebies or whatever it is that they call it now. We don't get it because it's on digital, and I can't be asked going that far. Yeah, so, yeah, Dragonfire. I also got into a lot of trouble because it was a little bit violent. The guy's face melts in it, and everybody was like, ah! But then season 25 came along and had some good ones. Remembrance of the Daleks, which I think is probably one of Sylvester McCoy's greatest ones. It's also, I think, one of the best Dalek stories. I think they really handled the Daleks well. Brought in countermeasures, which is one of my favourite Big Finish books. Audio stories, things, plays. What do you call them? Audio plays. Audio plays, yeah. I love Big Finish. Happiness Patrol, we can skip over that one. That wasn't that brilliant. Silver Nemesis was just Remembrance of Daleks, made with Cybermen. That one, even though it was a similar plot, just didn't seem to work as well. I don't know why. The Cybermen just seemed really odd in it, like they weren't Cybermen. And it seemed to go on a long time. Greatest Show in the Galaxy, which is one of those that I've watched a few times, and sometimes I really like it, and sometimes I sit there and go, this don't make sense, and it's really weird. Sorry. Battlefield was in the next season, which sadly saw the end of the Brigadier. It's the last appearance of the Brigadier, as we know him. I think it's a shame. It's a reasonably good story, and they did nearly kill Sophie Aldred in it with the water tank scene in it. But Ghostlight, which is another really odd one. And this feels like they were trying something different. And they made the Doctor a lot more creepier. Not creepier, but a lot more mysterious. That's what I was looking for. Which I keep saying, this is what's wrong with Doctor Who now. The Doctor should be mysterious. They made him more mysterious and more interesting. Like he had an idea of the agenda. He knew what was going to happen, so he'd plan things so that when he got to there, that was what happened. And I kind of liked it. I kind of liked that thing, and they made him more mysterious again. Curse of Fenric, which again is another one of those where you really see him. And Ace is brilliant in this one. It ties up her story. It has a lot to do with her. And I think it's a really good story and some great special effects. And Nicholas Parsons in it as a vicar. Which probably means nothing to any of you out there. But Sailor of the Century was a big thing in my day. And of course, all finished with Survival, which saw the end of it. And it was a shame, really. I think he was bringing it back. That last season was getting that mystery back into it, making it more interesting, which was great. Ace was fantastic. She'd, Nitro 9 and Kick-Ass. Everybody knew an Ace. I went to school with a girl called Ace. Well, not called Ace. That was like Ace. And she, proper tomboy. So unfair. Kick your ass. I kind of like I liked his interpretation of the Doctor. I listened to the Big Finish ones, and he is one of my favourites in the Big Finishes. He had the pronunciation of R's and things because he's Scottish, and that was brilliant. Again, nice outfit. A lot better than poor old Colin Baker, who had to wear that bright outfit. He had a light tan jacket, question marks, little straw hat, brilliant umbrella and check trousers. He did change his jacket. His jacket did become a darker brown towards the end. And his pockets always seemed to be stuffed with things because they were his scripts, because that's how he carried them. But, yeah, I think he's up there as one of the... I often look at Doctors in that... What was the character like? Don't look at the stories, because the stories aren't the actor or the thing's fault. Just look at how they portray the Doctor. And I think he did a really good job of portraying the Doctor, particularly towards the end. Of course, he was also in the... when Paul McGann took over. The memory card was full. You guys are fired. Anyway, yes, so he pulled a lot of Gurney faces in the regeneration scene. But, yeah... I did meet him once, and he did seem to be really, really not in the best of moods. It was a convention. He wasn't signing many things, and I walked up and we were having a little chat, and he made a joke, and I made a joke back to it, and he didn't find it funny, and he just signed my thing and slid it across the desk to me and looked for the next person, and I was like, okay, I go now. Sorry if I upset you, Sylvester. I wasn't trying to. So yeah, that is... the 7th Doctor. Seventh? Yeah, 7th Doctor. So, if you've enjoyed this, please leave some likes at the bottom. If you've enjoyed this, please leave some comments at the bottom. If you've not enjoyed this, go eat a pickled onion. Leave me some subscriptions would be even better. So, have a great day, a great night. And can I just say, it's taken me 3 days to do this. I've been doing this for 3 days because, I don't know why, but I couldn't get my mojo going. But I have now, so yay. So yeah, have a great day, great night, and I will see you all really soon. Bye now.